Join us while we explore this park and see one of the trailheads to the Delaware Canal State Park.
Well, this park has a funny name.
It sure does, Chris. Hooray! Another beautiful day and time for more fun. And in case I forget to tell you later, thanks for joining us. We love it. Alright, let's walk down and explore this. And there's some picnic areas. And there's a trailhead to the Delaware Canal State Park. So we'll find that too while we're at it. We're coming up to the bridge. And right there is the canal path. And I'm not quite sure what this mechanism is. Probably something to control the water flow. But I'm not sure. A door. And mechanisms. At least I think maybe it's a door. Maybe not. There's the canal. Besides, I want to tell you, there were plenty good times and many a heartbroken and rough life on the canal. Shouts of grind up echo along the canal. Pairs of mules strain as they're harnessed to get the canal boats moving. The sound of conch shells' horns alert lock tenders to approaching boats. It is 4 a.m., still dark, yet the workday has already begun along the canal. The 60-mile-long canal was built to reliably transport anthracite coal from the mines of northeastern Pennsylvania to cities along the eastern seaboard. Opened in 1831, the canal had 24 locks, water elevators that raised and lowered boats on their journey between Easton and Bristol. The canal-shaped communities, canal boat captains, mule tenders, and lock tenders made their living on the waterway. Neighboring businesses provided the goods and services canal workers needed, while traffic on the canal fueled local enterprise. Powerful speeding trains left canals behind. In 1932, the last coal-laden boat completed its trip on the Delaware Canal. This historic waterway is now preserved for future generations as Delaware Canal State Park. This is the side view of the Delaware Canal, which shows the locks that were used to raise and lower boats along the 165-foot elevation change between Easton and Bristol. And that's the Delaware River. That's the towpath. And that's the canal. There are many access points to access the Delaware Canal. And this is just another one so we can show you what it's like on, this towpath right here at this park. And back there is where we just were. in where I read the board. And look how beautiful this path is this morning. And on this side is the park we were just at. With a lot of parking, so you can access this part of the canal from there.
It's great that they have all these access points to access this canal.
Yeah, it's right, Christopher, because if they didn't, there's no way you could walk all this and then walk back to your car. Because I believe this is all around, I'd have to check, I think it's around 60 miles. So we can access this at different points and be able to walk back to the car, drive up a little ways farther at another time, and access, 4 or 5 more miles. So it just makes it so easy, all these access points. This allows you to be able to see the whole canal. Eventually, of course, because it's a lot of miles. And there's some cool steps right there across the canal where you can just walk down there and just get a little bit of better view of the canal and have your lunch right there on the canal. And that would be really calming and peaceful, wouldn't it? And over there is still part of this park. And I believe this park goes all the way down to that bridge way down there at the end. But we'll find out when we get to it. And there's a little path right up there. A little thinner path that goes alongside the canal on that side. When we get up here, we're going to cross this bridge. Wow, that's beautiful. A really pretty view, isn't it, Chris?
Mm-hmm, sure is.
Wow, that's nice. Oh, and look at the Delaware right there, Chris, peeking out. Mm-hmm. Ooh, is that wide right here?
Yep.
The video ain't gonna do it justice, but it's wide, and look at that island in there in the middle. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, let's get to the end and let's walk on this bridge together. Boy, this is a beautiful shot from this bridge. Wow, beautiful. And on this side. Chris, look at all these picnic tables in the woods.
Yeah, I see. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
And we found another nature trail. Yeah, there is a lot of picnic tables in these woods. And this, I am right, it does connect to the park still. This goes right back and leads back into the park. But I absolutely love this picnic area right here in the woods. And in the summer, this must be really completely hidden. Hey, and look at that. Canoers camping. Look at that. They can go camping here. This is really nice. And look at that. Campsite number 1 is right there. I wasn't even aware you could have camping here. But it's really nice. There's campsite number 2. Wow. And there's quite a few more up here. Chris, you want to take that nature trail now?
Yep.
Alright, let's go to that after we look at these campsites. Campsite number 3. And you got 4 and 5 right there. Wow. Really nice. And we're going to walk through campsite number 5 right now. Yeah, this is secluded and right on the water crest. Ah, and you can see the bridge we just crossed through the brush here. Boy, this would be a nice campsite, wouldn't it? Look at all these vines on the tree. All this ivy. That's a spectacular view. Chris, you ready to go on this nature trail?
There I am.
This was the trail I was telling you about when we were on the towpath right across there. And there's a little path alongside the canal on this side. And that's called the nature trail, and that's what we're on now. And it's great to explore all these parks and all these smaller trails. You never know what you're going to find. A little wooden bridge. Just a little find. But a find anyway. And just so quaint. And right there is the towpath and the canal. But we're on this side now. And unlike the towpath across from the canal, this little nature trail weaves in and out, in and out. It's not a straight line like the towpath. And I don't know, it's cool. I love it. And another little wooden bridge. And Chris just tripped there. There was a huge vine sticking out. Just all part of the experience, right, Chris? And it leads us to these little wooden steps right inside the park. Chris?
Nature's carpet right there.
You definitely need a tablecloth if you were going to use this table, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And a look back. Those mountains are gorgeous, aren't they? And off here, we just found another little nature trail. And these steps, remember when we were on the other side of the canal, I said there were steps and a platform going down. So you can look at the canal better. So let's do this together. Watch your step. And we can go right out to the edge of the canal. And here are those picnic tables I told you that were right on the edge of the canal. The perfect spot for lunch. And another nature trail. Boy, Chris is in front of me again. That doesn't happen very often. But I think I'm so busy just looking at everything. There's just so much to see here and so much to enjoy. And more steps to go back up to the picnic area. Chris, you were in front of me the whole time. Oh, I can't fit in those. So sad. Hey, I can fit in those. Yay! There's a price you pay when you swing. I have a wet butt now. Really wet. Well, we hope you enjoyed this park. and seeing parts of, well, the Delaware Canal path and the nature trails and this thing behind us. And we'll be back for another adventure and having a lot of fun.
Well, you never know what's going to happen when you're with her.
See you later, guys.
Bye.